Previously I did a video on replacing the flow sensor on our Toyota Sienna, but after a few days I still noticed that the AC was still not cooling efficiently like it used to, so I had to go further and diagnose it. So I went ahead and bought a set of gauges from Amazon, as the readings on the gauges would further let me see what's going on with the AC system. And immediately when I hooked them up, I noticed that the low pressure side was not reading correctly. My low side pressures were too high, and it indicated there was a blockage on the low side. And after some research, apparently these Siennas have an issue with their expansion valves, so I went ahead and replaced it. Fortunately, the expansion valve is located inside the engine bay, right at the firewall. To get to it, you just have to remove the top part of the intake of the engine. There's a good video on how to do it on Roy's Garage, and there's a link in the description. Okay, this is the old expansion valve we took out of the Sienna, and just how I suspected, there was a blockage on the low side. And immediately when I took out the expansion valve, see here, somehow this inner sleeve here, have no idea how it happened, but as you can see, it's obstructing the spring here. So what happens when there's certain pressure hits the expansion valve, it's supposed to compress, allowing the evaporator to get cool. Well, when the spring doesn't operate, obviously that's going to be an issue, which is probably why we weren't getting the cooler air like we used to. So it's pretty apparent that that is not how it's supposed to be. So 475-2106. This is our original OEM manufacturer for Toyota, so, and many Japanese brands. So I would go with this. It's like between $20 and $30, depending where you get it from. I think I got it from Rock Auto for like $26, $27. Yeah, I would go with Denso. Highly recommend it, because as you can see, the original Toyota part number part was most likely a Denso too. So can't go wrong. Here's a comparison of the old and new expansion valves. The left one is the old one, and the right one is the new one. We've had the vacuum pump on for about 30 minutes right now. It's at negative 30, as you can see. So we're about to shut this pump off and see if it holds pressure to make sure we don't have any leaks in the system. Okay, just went ahead and shut off the pump. Before you do that, you go ahead and close the manifold gauge valves here. Close those up, and then turn off the pump. What you want to do is make sure this stays at negative 30. We're going to let it sit for about 10-15 minutes. If it holds, that means there's no leaks in your system, and it'll be ready to go ahead and charge the AC system. Alright, we filled the system. Those are my pressures right now. I'm getting about 45 degrees coming out of the vents. So it was the expansion valve. Yeah guys, if you're having that issue, I know I had the video with the flow sensor, but really look into your expansion valve. Okay, it's 94 degrees. Alright, let's see what this AC, how cold it blows. Okay, this is a little bit of an update after I replaced the expansion valve. After I did that, we made a trip to North Carolina for vacation, and the AC did work. It did cool on the highway. We were getting cool air. We weren't uncomfortable in the van. Part of me felt like it wasn't getting super cold like before, but it was a lot cooler. Um, but coming back home, we got into an accident, so we were pretty much not moving for about an hour, good 30 minutes at least. And we noticed that the AC was struggling to keep cool, to the point it was barely lukewarm air coming in until we started moving and the air started to cool off again. And I figured that wasn't normal. And the expansion valve, obviously in the video you saw, it was bad, but I have a feeling there's something else wrong with the AC system. It looks like I'm gonna go ahead and I did some more research, and another possibility other than replacing the compressor is something called the control valve solenoid. That's my last ditch effort before I really think about replacing the compressor. It's a $50 part, um, but I'm gonna make a video on that once I repair it, replace that part. That's my last ditch effort, which is disappointing. It's a 2012. I mean, my 98 Montero over there the AC works flawlessly. It's super cold, and that's the original compressor, and this is 2012 and it's already failed. And yeah, it's disappointing, but once I get that video, get that part replaced, I'll do a video. But that's just a quick update on our AC issues with our Sienna. All right, thanks for watching, guys.